Andrew and Caitlin are celebrating their 5-year anniversary. These young Americans have traveled all the way from St. Louis to enjoy an unforgettable experience in St. Lucia. After basking in the beauty of Coconut Bay for a couple of days, they're ready to explore more of what this beautiful island has to offer. They're starting their day at the Adventure Desk, looking at a fun-filled private tour of St. Lucia's exotic west coast.
Coming into the resorts, it's immediate that there's a ton of options. So the Adventure Desk is great. They ask us what we want. They cater our private tour with what our interests are, what we want to get out from the day, our time at St. Lucia. We want to see the volcano. Do we want to go see the beaches? Do we want to eat lunch at one of the villages? What is that we would like to do and learn about?
You can get some awesome photos.
Good morning, how are you? I'm your driver, Shelby. Nice meeting you. Shelby King. Nice to meet you. You guys all set for an adventure?
All ready.
Fabulous.
Andrew and I decided to come down here for our 5th anniversary, and we've been to a couple all-inclusive resorts in different countries before, but part of the appeal of coming to St. Lucia was that we would be able to get off the resort and do some cool things around the island.
All right, very small St. Lucia, 258 square miles, folks, 27 in length, 15 in width. We have a population of 173,000 people. All right. My favorite part of what I do, my job, is actually informing my guests of our island, being an ambassador to the island. All right, so this is actually most of what I enjoy, taking my guests around, you know, showing you about and making you live the life like a St. Lucian, you know, feel how we live on the island, you know, different from your neck of your woods.
Coming up next, our guests take in the stunning views from St. Lucia's historic Mulashik Lighthouse. Stay tuned.
Thinking of exploring the island and its pristine attractions? Experience a private island tour and explore 238 square miles of St. Lucia's exotic rainforest, waterfalls, and the world's only drive-through volcano. The island awaits you.
Andrew and Caitlin are out for a day of adventure, going on a private tour of St. Lucia's west coast. First stop, some of the best views in the Caribbean from the historic Mulashik Lighthouse.
He was so friendly, he took care of us the whole time, and he really tailored the day to what we wanted to do. So we started off by going up to this lookout point. It's way up across the ridge, and you can see the resort.
When we take our guests to Mulashik, you have a panoramic view of the southwest side of our island. All right, you'll be seeing those protected islets we have here.
We get to see everything, pictures galore of the whole entire island, of the ocean.
It was amazing. It was a breathtaking view.
Andrew and Caitlin continue on their journey, heading to lovely Laborie Village.
We head on through Laborie. Okay, it's known to be actually one of our most charming villages, all right, welcoming villages, which would host several festivals for our guests, for our locals also.
We're here in Laborie, touring the town, checking out some village life, and we're about to go into the Roman Catholic Church here.
Shelby knew that my interests in history and the culture was really important, so he took us to the local church, introduced us to some of his acquaintances and friends, gave us a great background on why this was important for the community and all the little ins and outs of Laborie. That was really, really special.
Then we head on through the cultural village of Choiseul. It's mostly affiliated with folk heritage dancing and also craft work.
We just got a really cool idea of how the locals live and what village life is all about. It's a great town. It's a beautiful island, but the people are just as beautiful. They're extremely welcoming. They want you to be here, and it was a great experience to get to see some of that.
When we come back, Andrew and Caitlin take the plunge and take in the natural beauty of one of St. Lucia's amazing waterfalls. After some amazing experiences on St. Lucia's west coast, their day continues at one of St. Lucia's stunning waterfalls.
Also, the leaves have been used for, the coconut is used for making coconut oil.
After leaving Laborie, we had a great experience at the Botanical Gardens. We were walking through a great canopy with natural flowers, exotic birds.
You're walking in the rainforest. Sherby knew everything about every plant.
Knock off every joint in there, so it would be a full hollow structure. We'd make a hole in there, smoke would come out from there until this thing gets hot.
Our tour guide would point out every single flower. We learned the names, how they were used on the islands.
Right there, they will keep the dentists away. Nature's natural toothbrush, so we still have our fruits. Okay. All right?
I was really impressed by the Botanical Gardens.
Celebrating their 5-year anniversary here on the island of St. Lucia, Andrew and Caitlin visited the adventure desk in the lobby and signed up for their own private tour of St. Lucia's west coast. Their day continues at the stunning Diamond Waterfalls.
I took my lovely guests, Caitlin and Andrew, to the Torile Waterfall, which is situated in Soufrière also. It's actually one of the most fantastic waterfalls we have on the island.
It was a waterfall where you actually can get into the waterfall, so my husband and I got into the waterfall. It was fun. I had never been in a waterfall before, so something I always wanted to do.
I had a chance to pick her up and walk through the pool with the waterfall coming down. It was romantic. It was a great way for the middle part of our day to enjoy just some time with ourselves.
The benefit of doing the private tour was that we really got to tailor the day to what we wanted to do. It was basically like having a private driver, and he took us to all the attractions that we had planned on seeing, and once we got there we could kind of decide what we wanted to do next, and he had suggestions, and there was all these different things that he showed us along the way. And I mean, we pulled over on the side of the street and he jumped out of the car and grabbed some fresh cocoa.
All right, so this is the cocoa pod. On our island, we call it the local M&Ms. Wow. So you take on a pod and hold on to this, hold on to the entire thing. This is the pod right there. So we suck onto it like.
Stopping on the side of the road and having our tour guide explain to us the cocoa plant and what it's used for and how we use it back home. And it's, again, one of those just experiences that we would not have had if we did not have our special private tour.
This is the saying that the cocoa has to it.
The stuff that he knew about was incredible because it just made the day more spontaneous and just felt flexible, and it felt really natural. It didn't feel like you were on a, normal tour.
Having a private tour, you can actually choose what you want to do.
Coming up next, things are heating up at the Soufrière volcano. To learn more about any of the attractions seen in today's show, visit the adventure desk in the lobby. Now, here are some more adventures that await you. We'll be right back with Andrew and Caitlin after this. Welcome back. Andrew and Caitlin are in the middle of their private tour of St. Lucia's west coast. They're on their way to Soufrière volcano, complete with hot springs and mud bath.
This is where the only driving volcano in the world is situated. All right, and you will drive into the craters where we call it an open caldera. Okay, so we take you here, a tour of the volcano, which has been lying dormant for over 2 centuries now.
It was neat because you can basically drive right up to it and you get to see all the different colors and minerals in the rocks.
Going through this drive-in volcano, you get to see these awesome pools of boiling mud and water and minerals, and you get to learn all about the ins and outs and what happened when this volcano erupted.
Then you would walk down to the pool where you would have that time of your life, where we would make you look 16 years younger, all right? This mud is very, very rich. It would provide a lot of minerals which would actually heal you.
You have this great experience of walking into the mud baths, which are warmed by the volcano. And they coat you with this really great thick kind of mud, clay all the way around.
I feel like a new woman.
Superman chest.
Oh, yes, that's what it means.
Spacey.
Good.
Alrighty.
Yeah, a cute one right there.
So do you. It's nice, like to exfoliate. And then our tour guide came over with the black mud and helped us with some printing. And now we're just waiting for the mud to dry and we'll wash it off and hopefully look 10 years younger.
Sherby was an all-star. He took care of us. He showed us exactly what was going on, what we needed to do. He went and prepared the mud for us. So my husband and I had a really great time doing that. It's just fun, it's goofy. I was a little skeptical about the mud bath, but when I rinsed the mud off, my skin was extremely smooth. So I think it actually works. When we were planning our day, we knew we wanted to go to the botanical gardens and we knew we wanted to go to the mud baths. Sherby really planned out this itinerary for us and took us to places that we never even knew existed. Getting to go into Laborie and hearing about the town and just walking around on the streets and going to the church, that's all stuff we would have never known about or never planned to do unless we had such a great tour guide.
When we come back, the private tour is almost over as Andrew and Caitlin head to their final stop at Laborie Beach. To learn how you can book your own island adventure, visit the adventure desk in the lobby. Now, check out some of the amazing experiences that await right here on the island of St. Lucia. Andrew and Caitlin are celebrating their 5th anniversary with a romantic and adventurous holiday at Coconut Bay. Today's private tour has taken them from soaring lighthouses to crashing waterfalls to the world's only drive-in volcano.
Suddenly, wide in front of us is this gorgeous beach. We got to get out and just take some time to appreciate the gorgeous beaches that St. Lucia has to offer.
We got to walk on the beach, go in the water, and it was the perfect way to end a day. It was beautiful. It wasn't quite sunset, but the sun was setting and you just got a really good gist of Laborie and the beach, and it was a great day.
At the adventure desk, we had the chance to plan out what we wanted to do. But with our private tour, we got not only what we wanted to do, but the village experiences, the ins and outs that we knew nothing about and we could not have planned to have known about unless we took this opportunity.
You could spend a whole week every day at the resort and have a great vacation, but we chose to go off the resort and it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And we really got to see how people live here and got to experience St. Lucia.
So you take on a pod and hold on to this, hold on to the entire thing. This is the pod right there. So we suck onto it like.
We got the Coconut Bay experience, but we also got a St. Lucian experience. And I'm just so impressed with how beautiful the people are. And the island is a gorgeous, gorgeous place. You just can't compare it.
To learn how you can experience any or all of the activities seen in today's show, visit the Adventure Desk in the Coconut Bay lobby. Coconut Bay, casually Caribbean, incredibly all-inclusive.